Okay, good morning and welcome to everybody. This is our last lesson of the week. So this is Friday, the 29th of January. Okay, so let's have a little look and see what we're going to be doing today. So we're just going to practice. So I thought that today we maybe just go over some things that we've been covering this week. I just felt that there'd be a lot of new concepts, not a lot new ideas. And ways of thinking. So I thought it might be a good idea just to have a quick recap before we move on to some new things. Well, not new things, but some slightly different things next week. Okay, so let's practice counting in twos. So say these with me. So we've got, we just like the arrow bit. Right, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And now let's practice fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And now let's count in tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. Okay, so you can always pause the video here and have another practice, or you could always go back again once you finish the lesson and have another practice. It's always really good counting in twos, fives and tens to keep practicing that. Okay, so we're going to have another quick look at thinking about equal groups and adding them. So if you remember, the word equal means that they are the same, so the same number in each group. So here we want to work out how many circles are there in total. So we're thinking about, we're adding together these equal groups. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups with 5 circles in each group. So we've got a numicon piece of 5. So we want to work out then how many circles are there altogether. So remember, we're going to do a repeated addition. So that means we're adding the same number over and over. So we've got 5, add 5, add 5, add 5, add 5, add 5. So I should have 6 5s there because they represent the 6 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to practice by counting in 5. So are you ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look here. How many fishes are there? So we've got 1, 2, 3 groups, and I need to work out how many fish are in each group. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they should all be equal. So how many should be in this one? 10. Well done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to add together 10, add 10, add 10 equals what? So let's count in tens. 10, 20, 30. So both of those answers actually make 30, but we've got different groupings. So here we've got 6 groups of 5, and here we've got 3 groups of 10. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so here we're going to have a little think about arrays. Do you remember? So arrays are how groups of objects are arranged, so that we think about rows. If you remember, rows go from left to right, and then we think about columns, which go from top to bottom. Okay, so this is a row. So it says here, how many rows are there? So I'm going to put a circle. There's 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, and 4 rows. So how many rows are there? There are 4. Then it says how many counters are in each row. So this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if they're all equal, means all the same. They should all have 5. And they all have 5. So they have. So I have 4 rows which have 5 counters in them. So how many counters are there altogether? So I'm going to count in 5. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so we were thinking there about rows. So now I'm just going to rub that out because we are going to think about columns. So if you remember, columns go from top to bottom. So how many columns are there? So there's 1 column. There's 2 columns. There's 3 columns. I wonder if you can work out how many columns there are. 4, 5. There are 5 columns. Okay, and then I'm wondering whether how many counters are in each column. So how many have you got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in there, 4 in there, 4 in there, 4 in there, and 4 in there. So there should be 4 in each of them because they are equal. They're all the same. Okay, so we should then know that there are 20. I haven't asked that question, but we know there's 20 counters. I haven't moved any counters. I haven't added any. I haven't taken any away. All I've done is just group them differently. So if you remember, first of all, I grouped them in rows, and then I've grouped them into columns. Okay. Right, so let's have a listen to this. So again, we're thinking about equal groups now. Okay, so it says here that there are 7 equal groups of 5 counters. How many counters are there altogether? Do we want to work out how many counters there are altogether? So it says 7 groups. Okay, so 7 groups of 5. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm just going to move these along a bit. So I'm just checking how many groups I've got again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it says that there are groups of 5 counters. So how many counters do I need to put in each one? Okay, so you might want to talk to your grown-up there. Okay, so hopefully you're saying I'm going to put 5. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to put 5 in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, how many am I putting in here? Hope you're shouting at me. 5. 1, 2, come 2, 3, 4, 5, and over here 1, 2, 3, isn't it? 3, 4, 5, and we're putting 5 in this one. 1, 2, I might do that now. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now I'm putting how many in this one? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just spread them out so you can see that there are 5 in there. Brilliant. And then last one, how many in there? I can hear you shouting, Mrs. Humphreys, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brilliant. So now it's then asking how many counters all together. So I'm not counting the big, so I'm not counting the groups, I'm counting these. But I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if you remember, we're practicing counting in 5. So I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 35. Brilliant. Okay, so your turn here. So you might want to pause the video here and have a go at this. You're going to, there are 6 equal groups, so you could draw this. So you need to draw 6 groups. So you could draw 6 circles of 2 counters. How many counters are there all together? Okay, so pause the video here and have a go at that one. Okay, so hopefully you went 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you put 2 in each. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. How many in this? So there needs to be how many in each circle? In each group there needs to be 2, because it said 6 equal groups, and equal means the same. So 6 equal groups of 2 counters, and then we're going to count in 2s to work out how many that is. Okay, so it's counting 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Fantastic. So 12. I don't know if it'll let me do that. I might have to do it over here and place it on the top. There you go. So 12. Brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So this says there are something pairs of socks, of something socks. So how many pairs are there? 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 pairs of how many socks are in each pair? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So how many socks are all together? So remember, we're adding 2, add 2, add 2. So let's count in 2s. 2, 4, 6. Brilliant. And then it says here, what if there was one more pair? So remember, in a pair, there has to be 2 socks. Now, my drawing of socks is not going to be brilliant. So this is another pair. So how many would it be now? So you'd have 4 pairs, still 2 socks, but what will it be? So we'd have to add on. So it'd have to be 2, add 2, add 2, because that was 3 pairs. Now I'm adding on a 4th pair. That equals, so let's count, 2, 4, 6, 8. Brilliant. Well done, everybody. Okay, so this is your work to do today. So it's just having a gut over. So again, here you need to draw 3 equal groups of 5 counters and then work out how many counters there are. Here you need to fill in this spaces here. So it says there are something bunches of how many balloons in each bunch, and then work out how many. And then what if you added one more bunch? Then what will it be? Then here, looking at this array, it's asking you how many rows are there, how many counters are in each row, how many columns are there, how many counters are in each column, how many counters altogether. Okay, then this is the gold. So you can read these questions to help you to answer it. So it says, I need 30 cakes. How many more plates do I need? So if you read through those questions, it might help you to answer that. And then the platinum is, it says, you've got to say true or false. It's saying 2 groups of 10 cups is more than 4 groups of 5 cups. And then explain how you know. Okay, so you might want to pause the video here and have a go at those, and then I'm going to move it on, and then you can see the answers. So there. So here, hopefully you drew 3 circles and put 5 in it, so the answer was 15. Here we're doing 5 add 5 add 5 add 5, because there's 5. There's 4 groups, it's 20. Oh, I didn't do the answer. So what if there was one more? So adding one more 5 to 20 would make it 25. Well done if you answered that. Mrs. Humphreys didn't. Okay, here we have rows. How many rows are there? So remember, these are rows. So there's 1, 2, 3 rows, and there's 4 counters in each row. How many columns are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 columns, and then there's 3 counters in each column. And then how many counters altogether? There's 12. And then going through this, so how many plates can you see? 2. How many cakes on each plate? 5. How many cakes are there altogether? So there's 10. How many plates will make a total of 30 cakes? So what I did there, I've drawn it out here. So these are my plates of cakes to help you. It's a little bit tricky, that one. You might have needed a bit of help for that, and that's absolutely fine. And then this one, true, it is true, because 10 add 10 is 20, and 5 add 5 add 5 add 5 is also 20. Oh, sorry, it's more than. It's false, sorry. Gosh, I like to make a mistake on these just to keep you on your toes. So that is false. Okay, because it means they're the same. Two groups of 10 is not more than, it's the same. Okay. All right, I hope you got on with that. Okay. Bye.